Hey guys, it's Chris at Highline Guitars, and it's time for a Luthier's Quick Tip. If you'd like to support my guitar building YouTube channel, visit eguitarplans.com and buy a plan. A link is in the description below. Now on with the video. All right guys, in this Luthier's Quick Tip, I'm going to talk about a concept which I hope this isn't going to sound like a rant because I don't mean for it to. But I'm going to talk about what's known as the sweet spot on a guitar. And this came up as a result of the last episode where I was talking about the placement of guitar pickups so that you can make sure that the pull pieces are lined up underneath the strings. Well, several people mentioned or asked about the placement of the pickups with respect to the string's amplitude of vibration and what some folks like to call the sweet spot. And I also got some emails on the same subject too. How do I calculate where to place the pickups to achieve maximum response from the vibrating strings? And it's kind of a complicated subject, and I'm going to try to explain this in a way that's simple and will make sense. But what I've noticed is a lot of folks will really obsess about this. They get really concerned about the placement of their pickups, especially the neck pickup, with respect to the point along the string where it's going to be vibrating the most. And on one side of the equation, you've got the science, which talks about nodes and antinodes and frequencies. And all of that can be measured to the point where you can actually specifically locate where you're getting the most frequencies and the most amplitude of vibration. And theoretically, that's where you would want to place your pickup in order to maximize the response. The problem is that only really works if you're playing open strings, because as soon as you press the string down to the frets, that amplitude, that maximum amplitude of vibration moves. It shifts back closer to the bridge. So that's where the whole idea of it kind of falls apart. Another problem is when you're talking about that specific point along the scale length where you get maximum vibration of the strings and the sweet spot where you're getting the ideal blend of bass, mid-range, and treble frequencies, you're talking about tone, and tone is subjective. So what one person appreciates as far as tone, another person isn't. While one person may really like the way the tone sounds at that point along the strings where they're vibrating the most, another person may say, "No, I like it the way it sounds further back, closer to the bridge." As a result, the whole concept of a sweet spot starts to fall apart again. Now, when you shop for a guitar that has, for example, a 25.5-inch scale length, you'll notice that some of the guitars will have 21 frets, some will have 22, and some will have out to 24, possibly even more if it's really custom built. And what happens when you do that is, the more frets you have on the fretboard, the further back the neck pickup is going to be, the closer it is to the bridge pickup, and the further away it gets from that so-called sweet spot. That's one of the reasons why some guitar builders like to build only 21 frets or 22 frets, because then they can move the pickup closer to that so-called sweet spot. But not everybody likes the way the pickup sounds there. They like the way the pickup sounds further or closer to the bridge. It starts to sound brighter. So that's why the whole idea of a sweet spot starts to fall apart. If you spend too much time obsessing over trying to figure out mathematically where to position your pickups, what you really should be doing instead is playing some different guitars in the scale length that you like, with different numbers of frets and different distances between the bridge pickup and the neck pickup to kind of get a feel for what tone you prefer. And that's what you should base the placement of your pickups on. not some mathematical formula where you're trying to measure the precise position of the pickups based on that so-called hypothetical sweet spot. Because remember, as soon as you press the string down to the frets, that sweet spot's going to move. So you ultimately are just frustrating yourself. Now, there could be an argument to say, yes, but when the strings are open and you have the pickup close to the sweet spot, as soon as you start to fret the strings and you shift it, you're moving the characteristic of that tone, and we can kind of predict that, and some folks may appreciate the way that sounds. Yeah, you can make an argument for that, but that's a hard sell, I think, for a lot of people. So I think to simplify the process of placing the pickups, you just have to know what you prefer based on playing experience. Okay, so my takeaway, or my Luthier quick tip for this week is, don't obsess over the placement of your pickups with respect to the so-called sweet spot of the vibrating string. You're only going to make yourself crazy, and it falls apart as soon as you press the strings down to the frets anyway. And of course, we're talking about the relationship between the science of how the strings vibrate and the subjectivity of tone. So really what you should do, and what I would recommend you do, is play some different guitars that are built in the scale length that you prefer or that you're striving for in your guitar build. But play one that has 21 frets, one that has 22, and then one that has 24, and see how they sound different because of the placement of the pickups. I know that some of you are going to probably post comments down below with links to articles about string vibration and nodes and antinodes and frequencies and all that kind of stuff. You know, go for it. I'll tell you right now, I've probably read them all. And the problem is, while that science is all true and it's all real, and we can measure it and prove that it's real, the minute you start to overlay it with the subjectivity of tone, it all starts to fall apart. So what I'm saying is, don't obsess over the placement of your pickups. In the end, if the guitar isn't sounding quite the way you had hoped, it's probably not because of where you place the pickups. And in fact, if you want to try to modify or improve the tone, there's a lot of other things you can do. You can replace the pickups, you can swap out the magnets, you can replace the strings, you can modify your electronics, you can put a different cable out to your amplifier, you can buy a different amplifier. There's just all sorts of things you can do. But worrying about the exact placement of the pickups is not one that you should spend a lot of time on. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope it doesn't make too many people angry out there. And if it does, I'm sorry. But in the meantime, as always, if you enjoy videos on building guitars and that sort of thing, click the subscribe button, the bell for notifications each time I post up a new article or a new video. And if you want to help support this channel and what I do and get something in return, head over to eguitarplans.com, buy a guitar plan, buy a tool plan, you know, whichever. Even if you don't make it, you're still helping to support this channel, and that means a lot to me and helps keep me going. So until the next episode, as always, take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon.